Good morning, Enid. It's good to see you. And on this Thursday, July 9th, a very rainy July 9th, around 6 a.m. this morning, I'm here, as they say in Oklahoma, it's raining cats and dogs.
It absolutely is.
It was pouring at 6, and then it was pouring at 6:15, 6:30. Be careful as you're driving to work this morning because it's really dark and there's a lot of water. And be careful. Grab a cup of coffee and join us. I'm Steve Kime. Thanks for being with us.
And I'm Sierra Pecha, Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma.
Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma. She has a return engagement with us. Thank you for filling in this morning.
I'm so glad to be back. And good morning, Enid. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, Enid. At 7:31, holding steady at 67 degrees. And a chance of rain throughout the day. Sierra is going to be at 70%. And believe it or not, weatherman says it's going to be high around 87. Don't know how it's going to happen when it's pouring like this.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But we're off to a rainy start. And, I say it jokingly, I said this morning, if we could just channel all this water into Canton Lake, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it would be.
And other
Raise
lakes,
that up a little bit.
and other lake levels. Well, listen, welcome back. Thanks for helping us out. And I see you're working on your smile and your energy and stuff like that. So that's all improving. So.
Yes, well, thank you guys for having me again. I told my mom just this morning that, getting to be on Good Morning Enid has without a doubt been one of my favorite parts about being Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma. So I love it.
Usually a compliment like that will get you pretty much back on the show again and again.
We can only hope so.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being with us. We appreciate it. And we've got a full show. As you can tell, we're at the Capitol today, kind of, sort of. Our state capitol is really a pretty place.
Yes, it is. I was telling our special guest that I had paged in the Senate, and it was probably one of the most incredible things that I have ever gotten to do. It is truly an amazing place.
Yeah, we're excited with the show because we do have that special guest. Happens to be a senator, and we'll keep that a secret for a while. Let's go to our 3-day forecast. It's 67 now, but I think 100 degrees is going to return, and Penn has it up there for us. So, Sierra, what's it look like?
Well, it's looking like Friday, a high of 93 and a low of 71. Saturday, getting a little bit warmer with a high of 95 and a low of 71 again. And then again on Sunday, we will return into the triple digits, 100 with a low of 72.
Whoa, that's swimming pool weather right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, or lake weather. Once we got water in our lakes.
Either way.
Now that there's water in the lakes, we can go at 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple street closings. Seriously, folks, with the heavy rains this morning, it's really dark. It's hard to see water standing on the road. Be mindful of that. But we have a couple of road closings that we want to tell you about. I think the first one is on Market, beginning, I think, really today. And of course, that was kind of a weather permitting. So, Sierra, what's going to go on here on Market Avenue?
Market Avenue will be closed between 30th Street and 42nd Street starting July 9th for ONG to make road repairs. Work is expected to be completed within 2 weeks, weather permitting.
Weather permitting,
so
thank you. And then the other one that we have and we want to remind you about is on Elm Street as well. And that's going to be between 19th and 20th, and that's going to be closed to all through traffic for street replacement, and that's going to take about a month. So that's going to be kind of an inconvenience for everyone, but it's just many signs and Enid, some growing pains and the ongoing challenge of keeping everything updated. Yep. Well, it's 7:34. Sierra, thanks for joining me. Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma. You took what, last week off? So you're thinking of going to Wyoming next or something?
I will be in Woodward, Oklahoma for the Woodward Elks Rodeo.
Yeah, that's close to Wyoming.
Yeah. And then I will actually fly out to Cheyenne, Wyoming, Cheyenne Frontier Days, and then I will fly back and we will begin the Miss Rodeo Oklahoma pageant.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, she represents our state, and we just really hope that she would be a little bit more excited about her role as Miss Rodeo as she goes across the country representing the great state of Oklahoma. Well, good for you. You're doing a great job for us. And
well, thank you, Steve. That means a lot.
Well, we need to find out what's happening in the state overnight with our local news. And for the Oklahoma Minute, we have Jacob Zimny to do that, and Jacob will have that right now.
Good morning, Enid. This is your Oklahoma Minute. Bluebell Ice Cream is set to begin producing again. Trial runs will begin July 20th in their Alabama plant, but no word yet on when Bluebell Ice Cream will be back in stores. A 23-year-old has begun a fundraising campaign to rebuild churches that have burned on the East Coast recently. So far, her LaunchGood.com campaign has raised $45,000, and with 8 days remaining, have a goal to raise $50,000. Richard Glossip is set to be executed on September 16th. It'll be the first execution since the Supreme Court ruling allowing the drug midazolam in executions. Glossip was convicted in 1997 for the murder of Barry Van Treese. Finally, O&G has filed for a rate increase. The $50 million rate increase will reflect a $5 per month charge for residential consumers and $19 per month for commercial consumers. That's your Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sierra.
Very good. I always appreciate the news. A quick, 1 minute or less, what happened overnight, and there's always a lot going on. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Enid. It's 7:36, holding steady at 67 degrees, 70% chance of rain today. So if you need your, what do they call them, waders, boots, or whatever?
Yes, your fishing waders.
Yeah, that's it.
Put those on and go to work.
Oars,
paddle the boat this morning.
Anyway, it's raining today, so.
Yes, it is.
We've got another announcement. You have the opportunity in the community to serve on some boards, and we have a couple openings, and I think Penn's going to show us that right there about the board and commission vacancies. They're being accepted for the tree board and also the Police Civil Service Commission. And you have till July 15th, and you can go to enid.org to learn more about these opportunities. And again, these are for citizens who want to give back to the community, so the tree board or the Police Civil Service Commission board, and the applications are there. So, also want to remind everybody, you can go to Ask Steve at enid.org. I think we've got some cows. I don't know if you've seen our cows since the last time that you've been here.
Yes, I have. There they are.
We got my world famous Holsteins that I have on my farm.
I love it.
And they're at the mailbox, and they want comments, suggestions. They want vacation pictures. So if you have vacation pictures, speaking of vacation pictures, look at that. Derek Silas, our own Derek Silas, went to Washington, D.C., sporting a City of Enid hat. Look at that smile. But he's in at the foot of Lincoln, if you will. But if we want you to send, last week we had Penn's picture in Israel. If you've been on vacation outside the state or in the state, send us your picture. Email it to asksteve@enid.org. And also if you have a suggestion for the show or maybe a recipe for something, that's the way that you can get in touch with us, asksteve@enid.org. Okay, well, it's time for Raquel, and what's Raquel going to talk about?
Raquel is going to talk about what's going on today in the city of Enid, or this weekend, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, Enid, this weekend we have the Enid Farmers Market going on every Saturday, and this begins at 8 in the morning and goes on until 11 in the morning, and this is at Rock Island Train Depot on Garriott and Grand, and this is such a great way to support Oklahoma-grown produce, foods, and crafts. And what's so great about it too is that you're able to get a lot of your organic and non-GMO foods there as well. And on Saturday, we will also be having Bring Your Own Piece plaster painting class. This starts at 1 and ends at 5. And this is just to bring your own piece to paint, and you'll be able to learn different techniques on plaster painting. So you'll be able to enroll at creativeartsenid.com if you would like to attend that event. And that's what's going on in Enid this weekend. We hope you will be able to enjoy these events. And back to you, Steve and Sierra.
Very good.
Yeah.
She's looked nice, bright, sunshiny this morning with that,
Yes.
the sun glow of the colors.
We need that today.
We need that. Helps
we need
wake us
that.
up. Well, good morning, Enid, again at 7:40, 67 degrees. Thank you for joining us. Grab some coffee. Do you know that my cousin has his photograph in the state capitol?
Really?
Yes, not too many people know that. You know who my cousin is?
No, I do not.
Jim Thorpe.
Well, look at you.
Yeah,
Related,
yeah.
Just famous all
Yeah.
over.
You know, it's really, you see all those paintings in the Capitol. I mean, you've got Sequoia, you've got, I mean, some of the murals. It is just gorgeous
Beautiful.
inside the Capitol. But
It
I just had to
absolutely
kind of
is.
subliminally throw that in there
You
about
had to
Jim
put it
Thorpe.
out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he would want me to do that today.
Yes,
you know.
I think you would, Steve.
Now, I know that you had to pass certain intelligent tests to be Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma. 2 + 2 = 7 or
Yes,
something, right?
exactly.
Okay. All right, here's 2 trivia questions for you.
Okay, here we
Sierra.
go.
Okay. Oklahoma House of Representatives has how many members?
Oh, I'm going to have to go with 101,
Oh,
maybe?
man.
Possibly?
Congratulations. And they each, I think, serve a 2-year term, maybe? I don't know.
I think
We'll
that
have-
may be right.
We may have to ask the expert later on about that.
I was
Okay.
just curious to say, we
On-
have the expert.
On the other side of the Capitol, we have the Senate. So how many folks are over there in the Oklahoma Senate?
I'm going to have to go with somewhere around 48.
There we go. A little hint there. Okay.
48,
Yeah, very good.
possibly?
Very good.
Yes.
I really had forgotten about that. 101 on one side and 48
Yep.
on the other side.
Yep.
So, well, enough of the trivia. Thank you for joining us. Our special guest is just moments away. It's 7:41, and Jamar, if you're ready to go, we are ready for you to introduce our special guest today.
I am ready. Good morning, Enid. Thank you, Steve and Sierra, for that kind introduction. Our special guest this morning is Senator Patrick Anderson. Thank you very much for being with us this morning and braving the weather.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being with you today.
Thanks. Senator Anderson represents the counties of Alfalfa, Grant, Kay, and Garfield. Now, for our first question, what issues are you working in the legislature as representing District 19?
Well, in District 19, we're a rural district, as you've mentioned, the counties that I represent. And the number one issue is transportation, our roads and our bridges. We've had a tremendous amount of activity on our roads in recent years with the oil activity that's certainly benefited and blessed our state.
Yeah.
But it's caused a lot of damage to our roads. And we are working to repair that, to get more funding for those projects that are desperately needed and important to economic development here in our neck of the woods.
Thank you. Now, what do you identify as the achievements in the recent legislative session?
Well, we had a challenging year this last legislative session, which ended at the end of May. The major challenge was our state budget. Because of the downturn in the oil and gas prices, it made a significant impact on the state budget. It reduced the amount of money that we had to spend. And we started the session knowing that we were going to be $611 million, have that $611 million less to spend than we had the year before. So that was a big challenge, trying to work that out. We did get a budget accomplished, and we were able to hold education funding unharmed, which was very important. Another major legislative piece that got through the process, which I think is going to be significant, is banning texting while driving.
Yes.
I have young children who are drivers, and they're very good at texting, and it concerns me that they would mix the two. And I'm glad that Oklahoma is taking a stand against that and reminding all of our citizens that you shouldn't text while driving. You need to pay attention to the road for everyone's safety.
That's really good to hear, especially with everyone thinking that they have to answer a call or a text right away, and it can't wait. I think that's the key.
That's right.
Pull over,
That's right.
wait. It's not going to be
It wasn't that many years ago when none of us could do what technology allows us to do today.
Yes.
And I'm sure in future years, texting may not even be an issue. Technology will advance that they can communicate in other ways. But right now, it's a significant concern.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Now, on our for our third question, you are a member of various committees and subcommittees.
Correct.
And but you serve as a vice chair of the Veterans and Military Affairs Committee.
Yes, I'm very honored to serve in that capacity. You know, Oklahoma, percentage-wise, has one of the largest percentages of veterans in our population of any state in the nation. And part of my role as vice chairman is to do what we can to make sure that our veterans are treated with respect, that receive the services that they're entitled to receive, and hopefully improve the lives of those who have given so much to our country that allow us to enjoy the freedoms that we have.
Thank you. I'm sure that's greatly appreciated. I come from a military family myself, and I know the hardships that they can endure. You know, I've seen it through the years, and I appreciate that.
Well, we thank
have
your
a
family
voice
for
there.
your family sacrifices in that realm.
Thank you. Thanks. Now, for the next question, what work do you think needs to be done to move our state forward regarding economic development?
Number one is education. We just have to continue to strive to improve the educational opportunities that we have here in the state. We need to increase funding for our school systems. We need to increase funding for our teachers. We need to attract the best and the brightest into the teaching profession. We need to increase the number of college graduates that we have in the state of Oklahoma. I mean, if we're going to grow our state, if we're going to grow the businesses that are in our state, if we're going to attract businesses to come to our state, education is the number one key.
Thank you. That's really important. And now for our last question, when the legislature is not in session, what do senators and representatives do with their time?
Well, we stay busy year-round. We have meetings that take place at the Capitol, take place in our districts. We have speaking engagements that we do within our districts. So the work never completely ends. But we all have our own separate lives as well. I work for Central National Bank here in Enid, and they are happy that I actually come to work from time to time. So they're and I also farm out in Garber area, and so we have plenty of things to do. I have my wife and our children also have plenty of activities that we are involved with as a family. So we don't get bored. We have plenty of things to do around the house.
Good, great to hear. Now, if there's a citizen that wants to get in touch with your office, how can they reach you?
Well, number one, I'm in the Enid phone book, and they can certainly call me at home at any time if they have an issue that they would like to talk to me about. They can reach me at my place of work, Central National Bank. All they have to do is call the bank and ask to talk to Patrick. Or they can contact the Capitol when I have a Capitol office. And the phone number up there is area code 405-521-5630. Or send me an email at anderson@oksenate.gov.
Well, thank you, Senator. We appreciate your time. Very informative segment. Thank you for telling our citizens more about what their senator is doing for them in the state. So,
well, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now back to you, Stephen Sierra.
Okay, very good. We appreciate the senator stopping by today. Busy individuals. It's 7:49 on this Thursday, July 9th. We've warmed up a bit.
Yeah, 1 degree.
Yeah,
one degree.
We're up to 68 degrees. Again, 70% chance of rain today. And they're saying that the high today will be around 87. So that means the humidity will be 137% if it
yes.
gets that warm. So.
Yes, it will be.
Well, right now at 7:49, we want to introduce you to a member of our accounting department at the City of Enid. Her name is Jennifer Smith, and she'll tell you a little bit about herself and her role. And as we do these department head videos, we're trying to introduce key individuals within the City of Enid and how they work for you. So we'll show that right now.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Smith and I serve as the accounting manager for the City of Enid. The accounting department coordinates and manages the financial records for all the city's departments, funds, and trust authorities. Some areas of responsibility include budget management, accounts receivable, accounts payable, payroll, fixed assets, and general accounting. If I can be of assistance to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that cue, keeping us, all the work behind the scenes keeps us on track.
On our toes.
Keeps us on our toes. And yeah. Tell us about the boots there. I know you probably got, like my wife says, she goes, I know I have a problem with shoes, you know, but I can stop anytime buying shoes. But anyway, so.
Well, you know, as a rodeo queen.
How many pair of boots do you have?
I don't know if I should answer that. I have many. I have to wear boots it's part of my wardrobe every single day.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I have every different type, style, color, everything a girl could want.
Okay. That's pretty much a non-answer right there, giving us a number. Okay, in case you missed it this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Oklahoma Minute with Jacob Zimny to give us an update on what happened in our great state overnight. Jacob?
Good morning again. This is your Oklahoma Minute. Bluebell Ice Cream is set to be back in production again. Test runs will start July 20th in their Alabama plant, but no word yet on when it'll be back on shelves. A 23-year-old student has raised $45,000 so far to rebuild churches that have burned on the East Coast. The LaunchGood.com campaign is set to raise $50,000 with 8 days remaining to raise funds. Richard Glossip is set to be executed on September 16th. This will mark the first execution since the Supreme Court ruling declaring that midazolam is okay to use in executions. Glossip was convicted in 1997 for the murder of Barry Van Treese. Finally, O&G is applying for a rate increase with the Oklahoma Corporation Commission. The $50 million rate increase will reflect a $5 per month increase for residential customers and $19 per month for commercial customers. That's your Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sierra.
Very good. I'd like to remind everybody in 8 minutes at 8 o'clock, I had the privilege of visiting with Lieutenant Governor one of Enid's sons, if you will, Todd Lamb, and that'll be coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. So he was very gracious to visit the studios a couple of weeks ago, and so we'll play back that interview at 8 o'clock. So, well, let's do the forecast real quick. I know you mentioned something earlier, Sierra. 100 degrees is around the corner?
Yes, right around the corner. Friday, we're going to break it at about 93 for the high, 71 for the low. Saturday, we're going to go up a couple degrees, 95 for the high, still 71 for the low. And then on Sunday, we will break those triple digits with 100 degrees.
Whoa.
And a
Okay.
low of 72.
Man. Well, it's July. It's got to be.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like July in Oklahoma if it's
No.
not 110 degrees.
Well, thank you for joining us on Good Morning Enid. I'd like to remind everybody we're going to do something different on our, we have channel 11, 12, and 19. And we've got this graphic that we want to show you. It's got Uncle Sam says that I want you, and there it is right there. I want you, I guess, to show your hometown talent here on ATN. And what we're looking for, if you have a student in the 1st grade through 12th grade, they can sing, they can play a musical instrument or some other talent. This is no competition, Sierra. We just want, for the kids who sing in their church choir or they sing in their school choir, we want to put them on TV.
Absolutely.
So we'll record them here playing the keyboard or singing or whatever, and we'll put their performance on channel 11. So you can call us at 540-8918 or email me at asksteve@enid.org and say, listen, I've got a sophomore in high school and she can sing the national anthem like nobody else. Well, we want to know that, and we want to put them on the Enid Television Network. So we just started that recently, so we want people to participate.
Awesome.
Now, can you sing?
I did in high school, but
Okay.
I don't. Nope, I gave that up.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I retired from singing many, many years ago.
Well, it'll be a great weekend to definitely be out.
Weekend, it's going to be a hot 100 degrees, but we've got a lot of great things going on this weekend, and Raquel is going to remind us what those events are. Raquel?
Yeah, well, it'll be a great weekend to definitely be out at the Enid Farmers Market this Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is at the Rock Island Train Depot on Garriott and Grand. This is a great way to support Oklahoma grown produce and foods and crafts. So if you're able to get out there, please support these farmers and people that go out and take what they have grown. Also, there's Bring Your Own Piece plaster painting class. This is this Saturday beginning at 1 until 5 p.m. You'll bring your own piece of art to paint, and you can enroll at creativeartsenid.com. All supplies will be provided for this class. So hopefully you'll be able to enjoy a great weekend at the farmers market, or maybe painting your own piece. And that's what's going on this weekend. Back to you, Steve and Sierra.
Very good, Raquel. Thank you so much. She does a great job keeping us informed on what's going on.
Yes.
So, now tell us, I think later this summer you've got a pageant coming up, or
Yes,
is
I
that,
do.
Is that
Well,
the state one, or what?
Yes, that is the state pageant. This coming July, the 22nd through the 25th in Oklahoma City, we will be crowning a new Miss Rodeo, Oklahoma.
So you're going to retire.
Well, she will officially be crowned here in July, but she won't take over until after I run for Miss Rodeo America in December.
Wow.
So I got another half a year.
Wow.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
Okay, all right. Well, you're a great ambassador for the Enid community, the surrounding parts of Northwest Oklahoma, and we're just thrilled that you're part of our
thank you,
show
Steve.
and the Enid community. So. It's 7:56, still holding steady at 68 degrees. Again, chance of rain today is all the way at 70% throughout the day, but they do say it's going to reach 87. Not sure how it's going to do it. So
They say it's going to happen.
listen, this summer we need your help on adopting some pets. There are some dogs that need homes and other animals that need your care. We're going to show this promo, and remember the phone number, because we really need your help to help out and adopt some pets, and we'll see that right now.
Are you wanting to bring home a new family member, but you don't know where to look? There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Come by the Enid Animal Shelter or visit our Facebook page. Adopt.
Good morning, Enid. It's 7:57 on this Thursday, July 9th, 68 degrees. Hannah Nelson is here, Sierra. And who's your other special guest?
Oh my goodness,
Look at
the
this guy.
adorable cutie in her lap is Nora. She is a Shepherd Lab mix. She is good with kids. She is 4 months old.
Look at those ears.
And to adopt her is $90, and that will cover the spay and her rabies shots. And along with that, they say she is super playful and loves to snuggle.
Wow.
Aw, I want to take that one home.
Okay, that's Nora. And ladies and gentlemen, when you see Nora, you know there's other pets that need home, and it's up to us to spay and neuter, but also to give these pets a great home.
Yes.
Sierra, we got to go. It's been a quick 30 minutes as usual.
Always.
Hannah, thank you for being here with Nora. Check, that's 249-4910. If you want to take Nora home today, look at that. Get
So
that.
sweet.
Cute. We got to go. We're running out of time. Come back and see us. Keep us updated on what's going on.
I will.
Okay. Good morning, Enid. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much. Make it a great day.